Call is now being recorded.
What's up, dude?
What up, dude?
How you doing?
Nothing, watching the Yankees game.
Oh, nice.
But I'm going to turn it off so I can chat with you for a little bit. I'm not distracted.
How are the mountains treating you?
The mountains are unreal.
Yeah?
I haven't done much with the mountains, but was at the coffee shop for most of the afternoon and just basically had to take care of some financial things that left over from New York Life. I had it was about $1,100 because they forwarded me commissions, so I had to pay it back. So I had to cash in I had $2,500 in a retirement account. So I had to cash that out, and I'm gonna have to pay them back. So it fucking sucks.
Pay who back?
New York Life, because they fronted me $2,500. My dad was gonna do a rollover thing for his retirement, but then I ended up leaving, and he just said, you know what, I'm not gonna fucking do it. So I ended up having a negative balance with him.
Yeah, man. This week's been tough for me because I had to pay I definitely I haven't really been working at Shoot to Score because he hasn't needed me. So I think I might have to find a job, and because I didn't legitimately work once last week. I didn't work once this week. It's been 2-3 weeks since I worked there. And when I don't work there,
or what?
yeah. And you would think it's the opposite because kids are
season.
Well, it's 6 weeks before trials and stuff, so you think kids are trying to get in there as much as possible, but no. I mean, I don't know what the deal is.
Huh.
Yeah,
Is that when tryouts are? I guess I didn't even know.
No. Tryouts are the week after Thanksgiving. So
a week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So that's 6 weeks from now. So it's great money when I'm there, but I've really been talking to this one girl. I just got her as a PT client, and I'm convinced I gotta look for a 2-family home. I gotta fucking fix one up and rent it out. That's how you make money, man.
Dude, I'm going to tell you a little secret, but it's just between you and I. We can't, I guess this is going to go live at some point, but I bought a pickup truck today in the mountains for $800. I'm going to basically, it runs and everything, but it's a beater pickup truck basically. It's 27 years old, and so I'm going to fucking, I'm just going to use it. Hopefully it doesn't fucking break down, but I'm going to try to use it to be able to, like what you were doing with, taking a fucking chair on the side of the road and trying to sell it. That's what I'm going to try to do and just make extra money doing that. I already was doing it, but I just want to be able to.
You going to try and snowplow?
What's that?
You going to try and snowplow?
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I should.
Wow, what was your initial thought?
I'm going to use it. No, I'm going to use it for, if I want to pick up a piece of furniture or, if I want to buy something and sell it. I want to have something to be able to just throw shit in the back and just, pound around town. So I've been looking for a couple weeks now, and I finally found one that was, I looked at it, and it's a project truck. It's definitely, but it runs. It needs some work. So that was my secret today that I fucking spent some money on, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret that I've been thinking that somebody legitimately gave me this idea this morning, and I wouldn't get in a ton of trouble for it. I don't even know if it's illegal because I rightfully own them. But if I could somehow get a hold of the people who manufacture, so I'm talking about like in China, wherever they fucking make them. If I get a hold of the people who manufacture like Bauer hockey sticks, and I bought like 10, 15 of them, do you know how fucking cheap that would be?
Mm-hmm.
And if I got them fucking sent to me, and then I flipped the hockey sticks, man, if I sold them for $100, that's $150 people would be saving. I could probably get rid of those in a fucking week, dude. So what? Let's say you spend $200 for 10 sticks, because I can't imagine I mean, there's no way they're gonna cost more than $20, right? From the manufacturer or more.
Yeah, I actually have no idea. My uncle would know that. He's in the business. But probably, I'd say probably $50 to $75 if I had to guess. Maybe not even. I don't know.
Right.
I really don't.
So, wait a minute. Alright, so let's just say it costs $50, $500, right? Then let's say let's say you sold it for $150.
Yeah.
You just made a G.
Yeah. Yep.
Made a fucking G. I mean, I was talking to some kid today. He's like, dude, I know somebody who would go look at the serial number of fucking jump ropes, call the place, order like 50 of them, and sell them for that exact price. But he'd make like a ton of money because he's like the same thing with kettlebells. He'd look at the kettlebells, he'd get a hold of the manufacturing company, he'd buy them for less than half of what they're actually worth, fucking sell them, and he'd get a ton of money. It's just like little stuff like that, man. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's like, you look at them in Walmart, right? Like, Walmart gets a lot of their stuff from China or whatever. So even if you look at like a dumbbell, and you're like, all right, who makes this fucking dumbbell? And you basically cut out Walmart and try to get it from the manufacturer. But a lot of times maybe they won't, I don't know, it'd be a trial and error. Like, you'd have to call and see what they would say. Would they actually sell it to somebody like you in a small quantity, or they might have a minimum, like, hey, you have to order 1,000 kettlebells or whatever. I just mean there might be something there that you have to trial and error and see what you get to the bottom of. Worst case scenario, you ask the question. Ask the question and see if you can do it. That would be fucking awesome. But and another thing too is my mileage is my car is over mileage, so I figured I would buy this truck, and if I can keep it running, I'd be able to run, use that around town, and I wouldn't be putting miles on my car. So I'm just gonna see how it works out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
It's fucking awesome though. It's a piece of shit. I love it.
What, your car?
that truck, yeah. It's an absolute beater. I fucking love it.
Dude, you should have been looking on like Google Marketplace.
No, I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. That's where I found it.
That's what I meant. Facebook. My stuff hasn't sold. My stuff hasn't sold yet. So I gotta.
Yeah.
My stuff hasn't sold yet, so I gotta I think I gotta cut it down. Cut the price down.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, he had it listed for 1,000, and I said, "Will you take 800?" Because I really don't know how much he got it for, but I'm sure he made a little bit of money on it. But I don't know. Figured for $800, I mean, can't really go wrong on that.
No.
For a running truck.
I don't know, just like that residual income, man.
What's that?
I said residual income.
Yeah.
What you need, dude. What you need? Residual fucking income, man.
Yeah, I thought
It's
about the
about,
multifamily deal too.
man, this girl owns a restaurant, and she's like, Eric, listen, she's like, she owns a very successful restaurant in the North End, and she's like, I wouldn't make the money I make today. I wouldn't be where I am today without the homes. She's like, I don't make enough money in my business, which I think is bullshit. But she said, I don't make enough money in my business to stay afloat. If I didn't have the income coming in with the houses, I wouldn't be able to live like I do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I thought about that.
is that?
I said I thought about that too. I was actually, I had that in place up in New York before I moved down to North Carolina, but then I fucked that all up by moving into that apartment and then moving down here. But yeah, I had like probably $1,500 or $1,800 saved up, and I was inside of like a first-time home buyers program, and I was going to use that to get a multifamily home and then live in one side of it, rent out the other half, and then just go from there and eventually, buy another house, move out of that one, rent both sides out, and kind of just keep doing that. So that's definitely on my list of goals. It's just a matter of getting money and then being able to get qualified for a mortgage.
Yeah. So, all right, I got to ask you here, because he's wrapping up the website. What do we actually want on this website? What are we looking for here?
I think I'm not sure. I think a place for I think the utility of it is for the podcast to be able to upload the podcast on there and then eventually get it on the iTunes. Like, I basically look at it the same way as Wes's website. Like, he has a podcast page and then he has a store. Like, if we end up getting merchandise, we can put it on there, and then, I think a blog where we can write articles or whatever we want on there, and then, an about us page, and I don't know, nothing crazy, but 4 or 5 pages probably. But I think the utility of it is probably pretty important to be able to upload the podcast on there, and then we can submit it to iTunes. From what I was reading.
We want it for one. We want it for our podcast. That's one. 2, you want a blog? Is that what you want to?
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing now.
Okay. No. Again, I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. That's all.
Yeah.
Because, I would love to, but I don't have the money to vlog, Like,
dude, you don't have to. I think you're overthinking the vlogging. I don't. It's not what you think it is. Like, you can vlog with your phone. You don't have to like buy an expensive camera and this and that.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of like you vlog the whole day and then you just cut out and you use the clips you want that you did in the day? How would I?
Well, yeah. Like I said, you can do the same thing and then just, edit it. I can edit it. I can try to edit it. It's not like you got to start somewhere, just like we talk about. So, if you were to vlog, maybe you wouldn't do every single minute of your day, but, yeah, that's what Gary Vee does, and he has 8 hours of content, and then he just mashes everything up from there, but he has people obviously editing for him.
All right, no, fuck it. All right, so podcast, vlog, and then...
And I said blog and not vlog, but yeah, vlog is part of it too, but...
No, I just said blog. I just said that, the B.
Oh,
B-L-O-G.
okay. Yeah, I thought you said the.
No, I didn't say blog. No. So
The first one you said, though, was the, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just asking about it. That's all.
Yeah.
But, so, podcast, the vlog, and then, trying to think. So we can add stuff when we go,
Yeah.
you know? And then, yeah, I think once we get going here and we have merchandise, we could throw merchandise up there. And then I was thinking, you know what we could do? We could kind of do like and I'm totally stealing this, but I can give $2. We could start because we do it at work, we could start a book club where like we recommend books. What do you think about that?
I love that idea.
And then we can kind of...
Or like what we're reading, or, that's what Ty Lopez does. I think Ty Lopez does that. He's like a book library on his website if you look at it. But I would, that'd be cool. Like, what are we reading? Or maybe we actually do a formal book club, like you and I get a book, we read it, and then we talk about it on the podcast, and we'll just go from there. Like if we both were like, okay, we're both gonna read Gary V's new book, Crushing It, and then we both read through it, and we say on November 30th, we're going to reconvene. That's the episode we're going to talk about the book, and just actually have it like a legitimate book club, and then we can, and that actually might build community too, right? Like inside of our Instagram, we could be like, hey, this month.
No. Exactly. 100%. That's why I feel like
this month's book club is Gary V's Crushing It. We want you guys to, pick up a copy at your library, buy a copy, Audible, whatever, however you consume a book, and join us. And then we can even do a call-in, like a call. Somebody can call us or something. Now that I have another phone, we can be like, okay, call this number, and then we could do it just like the Gary V show, and take somebody's idea. I mean, maybe not like asking questions, but having them call in and you feel like, hey, what do you think about the book? Or I don't know, you just kind of spitballing.
Yeah, man, listen, great ideas. We start it, we do what we can, and we go from there. And then we just shit pops up, shit happens.
Yeah, if it goes nowhere, then we kill it. If it's awesome, then we keep it going.
Man, there's gonna be listen, there's gonna be so much shit that we are going to absolutely fail fucking miserably at, and we have to be okay with that because it's going to happen, and it hasn't happened yet. I feel like I don't know, maybe it has, but
that's what I mean though. We have to be. We got to be okay with killing it, like being like, yeah, book club idea sucked, like, we're done. But I'm not saying it will, just if something like that comes up where we're like, yep, doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I agree. But again, man, all the ideas we have, we act on, but at the same time, we act on them for a while. And we try to keep it, and if it's just not fucking working, then we let it go. But at the same time,
how do you really know if something works if you don't do it for a little while?
Well, see, here's the thing: is also we maybe we let it go, and then all of a sudden somehow it comes back or something. I don't know. And we figure out and think of a different way to do it or something. So I think that's definitely all right. So book club, blog, podcast, and then about me section.
Yeah, I mean just a little quick little bio.
And then and maybe we should probably try and get like friggin'. I don't even know if you need fucking. I don't even know if you need you call it, a picture of us. What do you think? Do we need like a picture of both of us?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, let's do that then. Let's do that. All right, and then we'll friggin' take it from there.
Yeah, I love it.
Because again, then once we get bigger and start doing stuff, then we add stuff. Like then we have, I don't know, like a store, as you said. And then once we get services, like a store.
Oh, a store. Yeah.
We had a store to like have, buy T-shirts, buy hats, buy this, and then you can do that. You can do this. You can do this. And we just keep on putting, links and whatnot. So.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I don't think we have anything to lose with starting that. I don't think we have anything to lose starting some of those ideas earlier than later. I mean, I think, we may not sell a lot of T-shirts or we might not sell a lot of hats, but, I mean, how cool would it be to I don't know, talk to somebody who's a graphic designer and, get our first concept for our first shirt done and just have it, I don't know, we just come up with something.
Dude, here's the thing is, and I
would rock our podcast shirt, like, I don't know.
I would, 100% I would. Fuck yeah, you kidding me, dude? But I don't know if he's still in the business, so I have to check it out. But my cousin's husband, he used to own, he doesn't do it anymore because I don't think he's got enough money. I don't know if his family still does it. I got to check it out. But he used to own / run work at this place that made shirts like that. So, for example, we have, every year we have a tournament, and it's called the Grampy Invitational, and he would make the college shirts.
Him.
He would make the college shirts with like a little like Grampy Invitational like sign on them. So
he's good contact then.
What's that?
I said he's good contact to have then.
Yeah, no. So I'll text him and just see if what exactly he can do if he's still in the business or whatnot.
Yeah, that's freaking genius. We got to use our network.
I know.
Hi, this is Mike Boyle from Mike Boyle Strength and Conditioning, and we want to tell you about a new feature.
Yeah, I don't know. That just kind of popped up, but okay, Mike. Great to see you. Yeah, man. And I don't know. I'm kind of looking at like blogs. Dude, they don't have to be more than like a paragraph. They don't have to be huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have to be like 10.
Like I was even thinking of doing like not a State of the Union, but like a weekly, kind of like what the president does, like a weekly address. Like where's the journey for greatness? Like where are we at? Okay, we're building our website. We're brainstorming ideas for a book club. We're trying to secure a date for Jake the Snake. Like where are we at? We just kind of talked about. And that's kind of, I guess, what we're doing with the conversations, but which is actually what I just did. So just talk about where we're at, and I think that's actually what the conversations were going to be anyway. So
yeah. So do you want to put a conversation up a day or a week? What do you want to do with that?
I don't know. I don't know what the right cadence is for
that. I think once a week for now would be good.
I think if I find an easier way to be able to upload them to YouTube, I don't know. I mean, we could do once a day, but yeah, I mean, once a week probably would be better. And then that just piggybacks on on top of the podcast where it like complements it, because we're talking about certain things and we might be brainstorming about who we're going to be targeting or who we're reaching out to or where we're at with, you know, who we're reaching out to. And so it might complement the once a week compared to the podcast. It might complement it perfectly.
Yeah.
Dude, I made this fucking, not to switch subjects, but I made this unreal dinner tonight, and it was like brown rice. I ended up having pasta, but it was brown rice pasta. So it was like asparagus, like Italian sausage, but it was out of that Yuri Kane cookbook. So it was pretty.
Oh, it was
pretty good.
It was out of that?
Yeah, it was out of that book. And it was, dude, it came out really good, and I was like, holy fuck, I made this. Like it had like because it had like red pepper flakes in it, and then it had like, you know, some different seasonings, and you basically cooked the pasta, and then you threw the asparagus into the water with the pasta, and then you let that cook for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then in a skillet, he basically heated up like olive oil and then the red pepper flakes, and you heat that up, and then you put the sausage in there, and then you basically combine everything into the skillet once the sausage was done. It was fucking good. I don't know.
Maybe we should start a weekly fucking cook me newsletter or something. Write it up to.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good. What did you say? A weekly what? I thought I heard what you said. A weekly what?
Why don't we start like a weekly healthy eating newsletter where like we could kind of say like eat for your greatness.
Yeah.
Like healthy stuff.
Dude, that's fucking perfect because like tonight we can always say like, hey, and I can relate to this like from the bottom of my heart of how hard of a struggle it is for me to eat well. So like for me it's actually even more deep or more of a meaning because, you know, I am always trying to find ways to like eat healthy but also eat good and try to like try to string it together where you're doing it consistently, and sort of kind of tying everything together where, hey, you might have a day that you eat really well, but then you might go have that fucking ice cream shake, and you're beating yourself up, and you're, you know, emotionally, you're like, fuck, why did I do this? I feel like crap. So I think having another outlet where somebody could like listen to that segment, it's like another segment of the Journey for Greatness, right? And then we might do like a financial show. We might do it's almost the same as that book I was reading, Tim Ferriss's. It was like broken up into like 3 different things, like health, wealth, and something. So I think when you boil everything down with greatness, like it kind of boils down to you have to be the most, you know, optimal human being, and obviously eating is a part of that. So I think that makes sense. You know, what you consume, and then I was going back to the remember that thing I was telling you about with Tony Robbins, and I was listening to that CD about like making rules for yourself, and I'm not saying you have to follow him like to a T, but like he basically brought up 2 scenarios. Like one lady was like super attractive, like super in shape, like had all these different rules for like a healthy lifestyle. Like she had to work out every single day. Like didn't have to be heavy lifting, but like she had to do something every single day. She had to eat like really nutritious foods. She had all these different rules, and she's like, and Tony Robbins was like, and she's fucking sexy, she's healthy, everybody like turns her head when she walks by. And then, like, the other friend that he was comparing her to, you know, was kind of overweight, wasn't really happy, this and that. And Tony Robbins, like, asked her, so what are your rules for health, like, the health lifestyle? And she's like, well, you know, eating good and kind of exercise, you know, just, like, not really having any guidelines or rules for yourself to judge yourself off of, like, hey, if I don't do something active today, that's a failure. Like, that, and, like, holding yourself accountable to that rule. So, for me, I didn't do anything today. Physically sweating, so like I don't feel good, you know. So trying to have that correlation of a rule that you have to be able to live a great life and a long life and a healthy life, and then making sure that you feel like a pain if you don't do that, which I definitely do. Like, I've gotten to a point where there's no reason, whether it's yoga or street hockey or something, there's no reason why you can't do something every single day. And mixing it up like that. So that was a long-winded sideline to the healthy eating episode, but I love the idea.
I can do it. Well, also, just on healthy eating real fast, a lot of people do healthy things for short-term goals. So you ever notice, like, when somebody says, oh, perfect example is this. I hate to throw them under the bus, but my parents were going to Italy, and they buy Nutrisystem. And I'm like, oh, you're trying to lose weight? And my mother's answer right away is, yeah, we're going to Italy. I want to look good. And then right after Italy, it's back to regular life. So people don't have the long-term goal of, for example, all right, I want to work out 4 days a week, and I want to do it not to just look good. Yes, I want to look good, but I want to be healthier. I want to be here for my kids' grandkids. I want to see my grandkids grow up. I want to see my grandkids get married. I want to see my grandkids have babies. It's just short term of, I'm going to Italy, I have to look good. I'm going to Florida, I have to look good. Or I'm going to a class reunion, I want to look good. And then after they do what they have to do, and that event is over, it's back to the old you.
And that could actually probably be related towards connecting it with your why, right? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Instead of having a very shallow reason of why you're doing it, try to incorporate in a deeper meaning, and then that might spur more consistency or motivation. I don't know, but I mean, it might.
Yeah. I think
I think we're all going to have fuck-ups. Like, I know I have them.
There's a great, I want you to watch it. It's only 15 minutes. It's Simon Sinek, and he talked, if you go on Google and type in Simon, S-I-M-O-N, Sinek, S-I-N-K, and you listen to his talk about millennials. This is kind of off topic, but we watched it today. Very interesting talk. Very interesting.
I think I've heard that, or parts of it.
It was the Quest interview.
It was the what?
It was this thing called Quest interview. Very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever. I've heard a couple of his little rants about what's it called, just millennials and whatever.
All right, I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, no, good talk, man. We're already half hour in, so we'll catch up tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Hey, did you put that video up? Did you mash it up and put it up?
Oh no, I'm probably gonna work on that right now. I didn't get to that one.
All right.
But I shall do it.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
I got the
Good night.
podcast almost ready too, so I'm gonna put that up either tonight or tomorrow morning. So.
Good stuff.
All right, man.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.